Well, first of all, great to see you again, and congratulations on this. And I want to ask you, how baseball savvy were you going into a movie like this?
I did a baseball movie several years ago called Summer Catch, and that got me about as ready as I needed to. And for me, look, the movie's really about the relationship between me making Clint Eastwood angry the whole time. So I didn't really have to do too much baseball work.
Yeah, I mean, really, Matthew, how cool is that to piss Clint Eastwood off and get paid for it?
It's awesome. I mean, I'll never forget, there's a scene in the movie where it says, that's what you call trouble with a curve, a-hole. And I will never forget looking down the side of a camera. So you're looking, you're off camera and you're looking down the side. And you're about as close from me to you. And he did it like 4 or 5 times. He just called me a different name every time. That's what you call trouble with a curve. Jerk off. Calling me a bunch of different names. You're like, oh my God, that's the best. I'll never forget it.
I'm sure. That was a pretty good
That wasn't
clip.
bad, actually. I just did that for that's what you call. I don't know. I don't want to do it again because let's just leave it at that moment because that did sound like him.
It
that's
totally
did.
We got
That's
it.
actually not bad.
We got it, everybody.
I have to practice that now.
What was it about this script other than the relationship thing? I mean, I would think obviously a huge benefit is to work with somebody like Clint Eastwood.
Yes, without a doubt. I mean, look, that's if the script was terrible, Clint Eastwood, Amy Adams, Justin Timberlake, John Goodman, are you going to do it? Yes. Doesn't matter. It's not my place to ask how good the script is. It just so happens that the script was fantastic. Rob Lorenz was amazing, and I just got really lucky.
What is it about you and playing kind of rats in the last few performances
I
we've
don't
seen?
know. I don't know. Maybe it's just my id coming out. Maybe it's my soul is being revealed. Look, I think that I like doing it. There's something about playing that character that it's fun, and I think that when I get a chance to do it, I have fun doing it, and I think that when I meet people and I do the audition, I think it works.
Yeah, pissing off George Clooney or Clint Eastwood really doesn't get much better than that.
No, to steal Clooney's wife and going right into being Clint Eastwood's nemesis, that's good.
When you're on a set like this, Matthew, and you're saying I would think that you're always learning, and when you're watching somebody like Clint Eastwood, what do you take from an experience like that?
Well, he has a legendary set. The set of Clint George.
Take 2.
It's yeah, exactly. There's Clint Eastwood's set is legendary. I mean, there's how he works and the pace at what they work and the quality of what they do. Everyone talks about it. I mean, it's notorious, and it's a one-take set. I mean, going in, you have, a lot of times you're done right after lunch. So it means it's fast. You have to be on your A game. You don't get a lot of takes, and you're not screwing around. And it's silent and quiet, and there's ultimate respect for the work, and that's an exciting place to be.
And what's really cool is that this is directed by Robert Lorenz, who, of course, has been working with Clint for 20 years. So he's obviously absorbed a lot.
Oh,
what
sure.
was it like to have him as the director for this?
Well, it's great because the two of them are simpatico. I mean, they're of one mind, and the way they run the set is it's the same thing. So, and to be there on Rob's first movie was a treat. I'm trying to bribe him to be in every movie he's ever directed. So now we have a chance, and if he's as prolific as Clint, I'll be in lots of movies by the time I'm dead.
Oh, no, you'll be in lots of movies.
I'm already in lots of movies. If I die,
exactly.
This is getting creepy.
Yeah, things aren't going too shabby for you. Knock wood. It's all good. It's all good. And is it the kind of set too that even if you're not in a scene, would you stand by and watch people like Amy Adams or Justin Timberlake work just to kind of, is that?
No, not really. If you're not in a scene, in general, you don't really hang out. Not to be like the worst question answerer ever. Look, I think that when you watch, working with Amy Adams, she has a lightness about her, and when she comes on screen, that's evident. I mean, she is effortlessly brilliant, and I think that carries in the movie. When she comes on the screen of the film, the whole movie lights up. So her and Clint together is fantastic.
Yeah, major bonus, I would think.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, we were saying earlier that yes, it is about the relationships. It's made me a lot to think about my relationship with my own dad, and what goes on when your parents get older.
Sure.
Did any of that come to light for you? Did you go to baseball games as a kid with your dad or anything like that?
Yeah, as I'm 42, I have 3 kids, and as you get older, you start to take the patriarchal relationship in a family. And so, you know, in my life, my dad, my mom are now older, and so you start to govern this entire unit, and it's a huge responsibility. And I relate completely to Amy Adams' character and that idea of, you know, what's going to happen to your family as they get older and you start to become the caregiver. And you know, you don't see it very much in films, and that story is not told very often. And it's nice to be a part of a film that's tackling that.
Yeah. What was it for you, Matthew? What was the role that changed your life that you were in?
I think the good news is I don't think any roles changed my life. I think that, you know, I've been around for 30 years, and I think I'm like one of the most normal guys in the world. And I think that, you know, for me it's a job. And, you know, and I like who I am as a man and as a father and as a husband. And, you know, this is just what I do from 9 to 5.
So was there a movie or an actor that you watched even growing up that said, that's what I want to do for my life?
No, not really. I mean, look, I would love to give you that answer of like, yes, it was Clint Eastwood. And every movie I saw, I wanted to be him. No, look, I found something that I loved to do when I was 13 years old, and I've been lucky enough to do it my whole life. So it wasn't, I've been lucky to make money doing this job. The reality is that I could just as easily be doing Man of La Mancha in Cypress, California, and be just as happy.
Right.
So I wasn't emulating a career or a trajectory. And I'm on a journey, so it's not really a thing, it's the collective work of hopefully a long 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
What do your kids think about Shaggy, about their dad being Shaggy? I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. That is cool. That gives me some street cred in the kindergarten playground.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty badass.
You recently directed a film that I know is you're very, very proud about it. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Fat Kid Rules the World. We won the Audience Award at South by Southwest this last year, and anyone, anywhere can set up a screening of our movie. If they go to tugthefatkid.com, you can set up a screening of our film at any local cinema across the U.S.
That's amazing. What about Canada? Are we going to get it in
Canada?
Canada?
We were at TIFF. You know, we went at TIFF Next Wave Festival, and our second screening ever in public was at TIFF.
And how'd that go?
Awesome. That's great. The movie's really good.
Just tell us a little briefly what it's about.
Fat kid finds punk rock music, and it changes his life.
That's amazing.
That was fast.
That's a good little synopsis.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, good luck with that. And we're going to see you doing more direction then? Now that you've had Clint in your back pocket there.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, if I could do that the rest of my life, I would.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, for every movie, they hire 15, 20 actors, and they only hire one director, so it's tough.
Yeah, well, good luck to you. I know you have a bright future ahead of you, no question. And you did a great job in this, and always lovely talking to you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Right on.
Good talking to you. Okay.